Ladies and gentlemen, my name is the Valiant David Kaufman, and you can see like from outside, it's like really late out tonight, so I'm gonna have to try to make this quick, not too quick, but I did want to make this a little earlier. I'm sorry that I kind of made this a little late, but here I'm gonna talk about episode 3, and I actually need to remember. I usually don't do watch stuff, so I'm gonna have to like remember from what I remember. So okay, I think I remember that it was um oh yeah, it was like this whole like they had to like steal the thing before the other rogues, so they had their own rogues. It was a okay episode. It felt like okay. It just felt like it could have been like more interesting people. I feel like the Flash doesn't have any like you know like any how do I say it, like it didn't feel special like the characters they got like Mark. We already know Mark. Piper's cool. Gold guy. I'm glad they got rid of this goofy love story. He still makes jokes, but he's no with this goofy love story. And and they argued because the Flash is a hero. They're not really heroes, so they were like arguing them to each other. And Barry realized they had. I just feel like Barry and this always happens. Barry acts stupid because like he learns his lesson. Like how many lessons can you learn? Like there's this point in like in the show where it's like how many lessons can this character learn? Especially if it's 9 seasons, and like all of them like 20 episodes. How do you still like? How do you still have to learn lessons? But that's besides the point. Um, so I guess it was a big part because the end part was the big kind of reveal, I guess. But first, so Barry lost. I was thinking, why can Barry just run in there? Because he like it's metal dampeners. So they had this big fight, cool fight between the rogue people, like good rogues versus bad rogues. They fight. Uh, and then they meet outside. And the only thing I was thinking, we have the Flash, and we have this Mark, cool ice powers, nice, he cool guy. Captain Boomerang, who just throws the boomerangs, which is nice too. And Fiddler, whatever the violin lady, and then you have the Flash. And I was thinking, this whole scene is like, Barry could just whack everybody in like 2 seconds, and it wouldn't be that hard. See, it just feels like it's season 9. This Flash cannot not be losing to some like, or I cannot be having a problem with some low criminals. Like it felt so stupid. It's like bro can just beat all of them up easily, easily. Cut the boomerang. I think he can dodge the boomerangs, and they come back. He can dodge them too. Ice guy, maybe he can freeze the ground. He can fast violent girl. He can the violent girl can literally phase through the violin. So or like the sonic beams. So none of them can do nothing to him. But we got the Red Death, uh, made Barry lose his speed, or and did this. She went close up to his face and said like, "I remember she, not like lost like no what happened to your speed? So, something like that." I'm not gonna lie, the Red Death. I feel like something missing. There needs to be one thing is the suit, and maybe I have to let it grow on me, because right now kind of looks like a little goofy, and it kind of just looks like a Power Rangers villain. Like you help me can't picture this. Just picture the Red Death from the show, and picture go Power Rangers. Oh my gosh, the lady got the whatever lady got the red or yes my I'm doing such a bad impression like but you know what I mean, right? Like literally like rise my Red Death, and then and then she rises, the Red Death goes up. And I feel like the suit could look better. I feel like it should look more slimmer, like in the comics a little bit. I feel like it's too armored up. Like it looks like he's like it looks. It just kind of looks a little goofy, and maybe it'll grow on me. I'm not saying like maybe like towards episode 10, I might like I love this suit, but right now like it just kind of looks too goofy. Like it should just take a little armor off, and it's fine, and make and maybe and like and everyone and I one problem I have is that everyone's super scared, but this character hasn't done anything. See the difference between let's say Zoom was he was actually doing stuff. Like all these guys were scared of him because he was doing stuff. Like he was he was like I don't remember like he was like, killing people. Like Reverse Flash was killing. They were murking people. Like they weren't just like they weren't like the Red Death. And Barry should not be scared of this. I mean, I don't think he was. And the gold guy said this whole thing like the Renaissance. There were 7 dudes and all of them got murdered. It was supposed to sound like creepy and stuff. It was supposed to be like creepy and like mysterious. It just I didn't even make sense. I didn't even get the thing. And the whole thing is Barry noticed the bat symbol. So like, oh, the bat symbol, and they figure out Batwoman's missing too. And it's like, whoa, 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 what's happening? And also find out it's Wayne Tech. It's like, whoa, 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 something ain't right here. That's what they're thinking. And then we go to the final scene, which is probably the biggest one yet. Mark is like, guys, but I want my frost back. I want that cold, icy, the JJ. That's all he wanted. And he was telling them, and then he says, well, if you don't give me that, I'm going to take this back to the Flash. So, the Red Death, she's there and she says, that would be a mistake, or something like that. That was a bad voice, but something along those lines. He said, how do we know who you are? Like, we don't even know who you are. He said, I will tell you who I am. Takes off the mask. I am vengeance. Or something like that. No, she did say that, but like, probably more goofy than that. I can't lie, bro. I was like, can you back up a little? Like, I get. Like, I don't know, bro. Yeah, I get it. It makes sense to be a Batwoman because it kind of Batman. But it's like. It's just missing. It doesn't feel personal. Like, I think this is like Cecile and Joe's daughter. I think. I'm pretty sure. Like, she becomes Batwoman in the future. So, yes. But that doesn't really connect to Barry, though. Like, and honestly, there was a lot of, I think everyone's watched the show, Flash, knows all these, about these leaked photos that they're showing because set with Reverse Flash, Savitar, Zoom, and Godspeed, and Eddie Thawne. So I felt like this villain is not gonna be a big thing anyway. Like, they're gonna defeat her, and then it's gonna be this whole, and then the other villains are gonna come. Which is fine. I just feel like the Red Death could be something important, and it just feels like it's not. And maybe, I'll give it time. Because this is just the 3rd episode, so we don't know. She needs to kill someone. Like, I don't care if she. I just felt like none of the characters that she could kill would really make me sad. Because with Zoom, there was so many characters. Like, he killed the dad, he killed a few other people too. And because back then they had really interesting characters that made me sad that they died. Now it's like, who would I feel? I'll feel bad if it's Chester. Hopefully it's not Chester. Maybe Chester. Allegra, I don't care really that much. Cecile will be messed up. Like Cecile or Joe. Whoa, that would be messed up. And if they do that, whoa. Hopefully it's not Joe though. I don't want Cecile. I don't want that either. But like. Actually, I'd rather Joe. He ain't about to die, hopefully. But other than that, what other character? What I feel? Keon. Oh my, this freaking Keon. The plants. Her name is whatever she named her. Like, she's not entertaining. Like, I don't mind them adding a character, but the fact that they replace Caitlin and Frost, 2 really good characters, with this, it's just upsetting because every time I see this girl, I'm saying like, the where's Kaylin? Cause that means it's not gonna end with Kaylin, Cisco, and Barry. We're not gonna see the final the trio at the end, and that's just sad because because it just feels like none of the like, most of the characters in Team Flash aren't that memorable, and it just feels like this is the last season. It's like none of these characters like Allegra. Oh yeah, they did it go through the relationship with Allegra and Chuck. I don't even think I talked about it because I just don't care, bro. Like I think they should have done this earlier because right now they pushed it so much. It's like, okay, at this point they just don't care. Maybe before I would have cared a little bit. Like maybe if they were in a hot room, where like when the black Death Storm was doing that weird thing to them, they trapped them in the place. They could have done it there, kissed there, and maybe it could have been someone romantic. It just feels like who cares? Really, the main characters are Barry, Iris, Mark, maybe a little bit because Mark actually has more of a part than most of the characters. Piper, and that's pretty much it. Like literally, no one on Team like the only people on Team Flash are like Barry and Iris. They're the only two that are really doing. And Allegra, nothing. Keon, nothing. Cecile, I mean, psychic powers, I guess. Joe, we always love Joe. Okay, Joe's a good one. Oh yeah, and they were talking about this whole retirement thing. Like Joe's going to move. Bro, I'm not thinking about it. Joe dies. I'm about to be so sad. Because then if Joe dies, who's Barry gonna be with, huh? Like Allegra? I mean Iris, but only Iris. He's not gonna no. He's gonna be with Allegra or something. Well, I'm not trying to. I'm not gonna try to predict what's gonna happen at the end. We'll see. This looks like it's gonna be crazy. Like I don't like how Green Arrow and Kid Flash, all the villains, looks crazy. I'm just disappointed that it doesn't seem like the Red Dead's gonna be such a big deal. I feel like it's gonna be okay, but she's gonna be. First of all, she's gonna be overshadowed by the other villains that are gonna be there, and yeah, that kind of does happen. I just feel like, and so wait, so actually, some people said it should have been Oliver. Well, that being the bad symbol wouldn't make sense, but and yeah, he practically is Batman. That would have been crazy. That probably would have been better, but that's not happening. But hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like the video, subscribe, click the notification bell, so you get the privilege of watching me, and I get the pride of entertaining you. Valiant out.